Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. Today I want to tell you why I have offered God as an alternative to the Republican and Democratic candidates that are being offered to the people as President of the United States. In an environment where they say there's a separation between church and state, I'm not talking about church. I'm talking about God, the creator of the world. And I've taken some notes. Since the history of mankind here on the planet, we have been governed by the rules of mankind as a society. To bring it closer, throughout your lifetime and mine, I've been governed by the rules of man. And as a consequence, the peace, the prosperity, and the joy that each one has aspired as an individual and as a group, it has never happened. It just has not arrived. But if you think that it's proper for you, then it must be proper for all. However, rather than hop on man or mankind, I suggest that there are some things that have been proven to be true and should be considered. For instance, humankind played no role in the creation of this planet and all the wonderful, amazing things that it does, can do, and will do. Humans play no role in the resources, natural, of the planet, seen and unseen, whether above the earth, on the earth, or in it. They play no role in the creation of mankind except that part delegated for them to play. They brought nothing into this world, and when they leave this world, they will take nothing from this world. The reality is that all existence is the product of another, of an unseen, of a spirit, of a God. Now, this being the case, when each human on this planet desires peace, prosperity, and joy, it represents a built-in trait by the Creator, a built-in trait that the Creator prepared to have met, a trait that includes food, it includes clothing, it includes shelter, it includes education, it includes health care, it includes a career, and it includes a ladder to progress and to engage in higher and more complicated and pleasing things. In the history, this Creator prepared for that. But only His map, His blueprint, His schematics, His rules will lead to that. In the history of the United States and the history of the United States of America, no leadership has ever offered, no followers have ever required that are alive that God's plan is implemented. Considering, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a national political season, you must know not only by the sayings of others, but by your own observation as well, that the Republicans nor the Democratic parties have anything to offer other than more of the same or better or worse. So we have no option. But God's plan, if peace and prosperity and joy, is to come, or Republican and Democrats for more of the same. But anyone given to mankind's way is working against God's love. Nevertheless, if the people, for whatever reason, be it education, be it brainwashing or mind control, or simple choice, that the people reject God's rule of do unto others as you would have others do unto you, then you shall have that which you have sown. That was a time that God sent His only begotten Son to awake the people. that same spirit has returned. That spirit is asking all true humans that choose God as Lord over mankind to go to the polls at the general election in 2016 and write in God for U.S. president. Understand that such an action is an acknowledgement that you trust someone greater than mankind. It is also a reassembling of ourselves into the body of God rather than the division of man. It is a statement that whomever sits in the Oval Office has a new boss, the people, not the Trilateral Commission, the Council of Foreign Relations, the Bilderbergs, the United Nations, the corporations, or the rich. It is the people led by a different, and I mean a truly different spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're really paying attention, because I'm giving you this message because it was given to me. I didn't always see or know this, just as I know you don't. But that's why I come humbly to share this message with you. Regardless of what you say of me, I know what I am telling you is absolutely the truth. I know that you want it. I also know you will never get it unless you change. So I'm asking you to change. Putting the old way behind us, the politics with Democrats and Republicans and the rich people and the poor people. I'm asking you to put all that to an end. And this stuff won't end yesterday. And we can't be sure that it'll end tomorrow. But I say it doesn't have to end tomorrow, because we have spiritually matured individuals in America and the world today that have the capacity to do just that today and make that change and go to those polls and write in God, letting everybody know that we the people have changed. And what we're saying is that whatever the rich people been doing to rob the people, we recognize now that we've been robbed. We recognize that all that stuff that the rich people got and all that filthy wealth and that billionaire success they call themselves having, that trillionaire success they call themselves having, that was because they rolled out the people. They are no better than Madoff. The only thing that they will say is that they followed the law when Madoff didn't. But Madoff would tell you that for a long time, these very rich people right here rode the backs of every poor people on earth. But that's not here or there. We're not concerned about that because it exists. Our concern is changing it so that all of us can experience God's plan for us here on earth today. And how do you vote? Or do you sit at home, as a preacher might say, I ain't doing nothing, and don't do nothing? Or some preacher will say, my Bible said, so I'm going to tithe and God's going to give me. Yeah, you tell that man that was sitting on the top of that house when it was flooding and the rain came up to the roof and the 3 boats came by, and each one he turned them down talking about God was going to save him. But he rejected each way that God showed him. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, don't you turn your back on God, because the people that run this world got nothing good for you. But God has everything. But you can only receive it if you change. If you change and see good things for yourself and see good things for everybody else, then you can see through all that clown and ignorant stuff that people will be putting on you. These politicians are no trick. They are nothing but clowns if we wake up. Bye-bye.